Lynch, yeah, another good 2 points on Saturday against the Pirates, a team that we expected they would fight right to the end.
Yeah, can't really pick too many faults, to be honest. Thought all round it was a pretty good performance, and we were good when we had to be good, and a couple of little lapses from time to time, but generally pretty happy with the win.
And maybe another night, maybe been a more convincing result. We had plenty of chances. Their goalie played well. Like you say, there were you overall them happy with it?
Yeah, I mean, McGowan's a good goalie. Paisley are a hard-working team. We talk about them all the time, and that's the first thing we always say about them. So they never make life easy for you. But yeah, overall, I thought we played pretty well for the majority of the game.
And we had to change the lines up a little bit. A couple of guys obviously missing, but Aaron and Kyle, they both got their first goals this season. Sean got a double that added to that penalty winning goal the week before. That was good as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's given a little bit of sort of food for thought. We're still trying to find what our ideal lines are. With taking into account some of the new guys we've brought in and stuff. So yeah, it was a good chance to experiment a little bit with different combinations, and they all seemed to work relatively well.
So this weekend it'll be our toughest test so far in league duty anyway. We welcome Whitley Warriors for, they're sitting top of the league, 5 wins out of 5. It's got the makings of a great game, isn't it?
Yeah, in fact, to be honest, every game we've played against Whitley in the last 3 seasons have been good games. They've all been relatively close, the majority of them, and they've all been entertaining. They've been hard fought, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a little bit different playing Whitley in league competition, where in the past, although they've been competitive games, they've technically been friendlies. But no, they're not sitting in first place right now by luck. They're there for a reason, and we have to try and knock them off on Saturday night.
And like you mentioned there, we have faced them, I don't know, was it 4 or 5 or 5 or 6 times maybe over the last 2 or 3 years. Both teams have had a bit of success, but what do we have to do on Saturday to be successful?
Either score one more or concede one less than they do. We got to come to play. They're a pretty hard working team from what we remember of them in the past and previous seasons. So we have to bring our work ethic, and generally when we bring our work ethic, we're okay.
And as well, I think for the games that we watched through the last few years against them as well, I think they're quite a physical team, maybe more so down in their own rink, but we'll need to match that as well, won't we?
Yeah. I don't know if you. Yeah, I suppose they are a pretty physical team, or they certainly used to be, but they've maybe changed a little bit this year because I know they've got different personnel and a few younger guys and stuff. But the key thing for us is, and we keep emphasising it to the guys, game in, game out. If we bring the work ethic, we've got the guys with a skill level that can do the damage, but if we don't bring the work ethic, that's when we get ourselves in trouble sometimes. So it's really just a case of drumming in at the guys that there's no easy games in this league. You've got to come to play, you've got to come to compete, and if we do that, we're generally going to be fine.
And it's set to be a bumper crowd this weekend, this Saturday, for a number of reasons, but one of the reasons as well, Whitley are a well-established club, and they'll bring a big support as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's plenty of our fans who'll look forward to playing a different team more regularly as well than the same teams, the same faces. I don't doubt Whitley will bring a few fans up as well. They always have done in the past when they've come here in the last 2 or 3 years. And yeah, I'm sure let's keep building these crowds like we're hoping to.
So one of the main reasons as well this weekend why there'll be an extra special crowd, it's the number 12 shirt retirement, Jock Hay, a guy that you know really well through your years with the Caps, but I think he's services to hockey maybe over the last 40, 50 years, whatever, but very well deserved, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, completely deserved. A one club man, which is something that you don't get very often these days. A guy that played for the Racers, coached the Racers, coached the Capitals, was assistant coach for the Capitals for many years in the Elite League. Spent years working with the junior system as well. Got the pleasure of sort of watching his 2 boys, Ross and Neil, grow up through the Murrayfield system and then playing for the Caps as well. And speaking from experience, that's a pretty cool thing to see as well, or a cool thing to be a part of. And yeah, totally deserving. Great guy, a guy that's covered almost every job as far as hockey goes here at Murrayfield Ice Arena, and couldn't be happier for him.
And as you mentioned there, he coached you for a number of years here when you were a player at the Caps. What kind of coach was Jock? Was he a loud coach? Was he a
he
was reserved, or was he?
He was pretty laid back until things weren't going the way we hoped they would. Much like any coach, I guess. Laid back, but had a fuse that could be lit when it needed to be. But just let's say you had to have respect for a guy that has poured God knows how many years in total into doing all the things he's done in this building. So good luck to him. I'm pleased for him.
And he's a character as well, Joe Coy, for people that do know him. And I'd imagine you had some good banter over the years up in the long bus journeys home for away down south.
Yeah, pretty good sense of humour. Yeah, pretty dry sometimes, but good sense of humour. We've had some laughs. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jock and I butted heads a few times over the years as well, but probably only because we both wanted success. But no, he was a good guy to talk to. Had some good stories, some funny stories, and just an all-round good guy, really.
You obviously, you wouldn't have played against him. He was a bit before your time, but he was a huge part of a very successful Murrayfield Racers team in the late 70s, early 80s. Along with guys like Scott Neal and Tony Hand and that.
Oh, funny you should say that, because after you sent me these questions last night in prep for this interview, I actually did a little bit of digging, a little bit of research. We just missed each other. In 91, 92 was his last year with the Racers, and then that same season I played my first, I think it was 5 or 6 games with the Flyers, I can't remember, but we didn't play each other. Right. So we did play at the same time, which I don't know if that makes me feel old or him feel old, or him feel older, I'm not quite sure. But no, we did play around about the same time, we just didn't play against each other. But he was a mainstay in the 8 years I was here as a player. He was, like I say, if he wasn't the coach in some of the B&L years, he was certainly an assistant coach, and he was always just a guy that was always there to lend a hand.
No, well, and just finally, Lynch, hopefully there'll be a few maybe old Racers fans, old Caps fans here this weekend, as well as our loyal support that we've got. Have you got a wee message just for them to get themselves?
I would, I would hope there's a lot of older fans that maybe have stopped coming for whatever reason, and a lot of old Jock's old friends and things like that. It's going to be a great night for them. It's something that there's very few people are deserving of this sort of accolade. Getting your jersey hung up on a special night. Just all about you. He's going to enjoy it with his family. He's going to enjoy it with his friends, and I just hope there's as many of his old pals and teammates come to honour a guy that, like I say, gave. What, all in? Maybe around 40 years.
Maybe more. But around about.
I think he deserves that.
Well, hopefully we can get a win for him as well. That would be nice.
Here's hoping.
So good luck on Saturday, and we'll catch up again soon.
Okay, cheers.
Sean, 2 points in the bag on Saturday against the Pirates. Do you feel we maybe made a little bit hard work at times?
I feel like we did at times, yeah, but I think most of the game we did play well. We never took all our chances, but apart from that, I think most of the game was ours.
So we always know the Pirates, they'll go right to the final buzzer. They're a hard-working team, but maybe another night the scoreline could have been a wee bit more convincing for us. Their goalie had a good game.
Yeah, the goalie did play well. Like Connor and Joe had a lot of chances. Didn't he put up all the goals that they could have? I feel like they could have had 3 goals each that night, but Pirates do work hard and they make it hard for us every time, but it's always a good game.
For you personally, you grabbed a double, scoring your first within, I think, the first 2 minutes of the game or whatever it was. You happy with your start to the season, hitting the net a number of times already?
Yeah, of course, it's always good scoring goals, but the main thing is winning games, and if I'm helping the team win games, I'm happy.
And of course, you grabbed that game-winning penalty shot the week before against the Kestrels. And I always say this, Sean, I think I said the week before in the interview that the noise in here sometimes when we score, but that goal when that went, and it was some noise, wasn't it? And you seem to enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. Scoring in front of this crowd is always great. Most of the time you kind of blank it out when you're playing, but once I scored that goal, I heard the place erupt.
So on Saturday there, you played in a line with Chad and Aaron. We had to mix things up a wee bit, a couple of guys missing, but it seemed to go quite well. I think you've got 6 points between you. Was there kind of rolling back the years to your days over in Kirkcaldy when you all played together?
Yeah, absolutely. We've all grown up together, playing in the same age groups roughly. And being back with Chad felt good, and Robo was there helping us out as well.
So this Saturday, it's our biggest game of the season so far. Whitley Warriors, they're sitting top of the league, 5 wins for 5. They're new to the SNL, but obviously we're familiar with them. We've played them a few times in the Northern Challenge Cup the last few years. What are you expecting for that game?
I expect it to be a hard game. We know they're a good team, they're 5-0, they've beat the good teams already. Every time we've played them, it's been close games mostly, and they always work hard, so it'll be a tough game.
And it's probably going to need that, an all-round performance for everybody in the team. Do you feel that's, to take these 2 points, everybody's got to be on their A game?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't think anyone could have a night off. If we want to win the big 2 points, I feel like everyone's got to give 100%, and we'll be coming out with 2 points hopefully.
So the team this season, a few new faces came in during the summer. Just how much have you been impressed with the new guys coming in, and how have they fitted in?
Oh, I think it's been great signings so far. Like Connor, he's a great player, he's got great hands and he's quick. Kyle gets stuck in, he's also quick as well. Like Sean Cochrane is a great D-man, he's solid at the back, so I feel like their signings so far has been good.
And just finally this Saturday night, Sean, the club are retiring the number 12 jersey for a legend, the Edinburgh hockey jockey, a guy that maybe not know so much about, but it's one of the games that it's always great to be part of it, isn't it? When you're saying thank you to somebody that's gave so much to Edinburgh hockey.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good to be a part of these special nights, like Singy's retirement as well. It was good to be a part of it, and hopefully we bring a good game to go along with it as well.
Well, that's it. Hopefully we'll get the 2 points, and all the best for Saturday, and we'll speak to you through the season, Sean.
Perfect, cheers.